dudes and chicks and neither of those don't apply to you. Welcome to Make False Time. My name is Katie. Today, I am going to be popping this palette's cherry. This is the Farasha palette. Oh my gosh, look at this graphic. Oh my god. Okay, so the butterflies, they're so tiny and they're like raised and they're like laminated. They're like shiny and the rest of it's kind of matte. It's so pretty. Look at it. Quit it. And this is what the color story looks like. It's very, I won't say derivative, but reminiscent of the Flower Punk palette. And so here's the deal. I ordered this palette a really long time ago and it took quite a while to get here. I got it for like $23. I got the mini. The mini is very mini. I can barely fit my brushes into these shadow pans. But I got the mini because I didn't think it was necessary for me to spend the top dollar on a brand that I'd never tried before when I had the option to get the less expensive brand. And I got this on a flash sale. It was the pre-order flash sale. It wasn't a pre-order. It was the sale before, it was like the day before they launched it. And they were giving like 20 or 30% off because it was like during the holidays. And so I got this palette for $23. And when they shipped it, it took so long to get here that I had already moved and done a change of address at the post office. And so this has been lost in the mail for like before Christmas, long before Christmas. Like it got lost in the mail pretty much immediately. It got tried to be delivered to my old place probably within the week after I moved into this place. And it's been lost ever since then. So basically since the 1st of January or the 1st of December, roughly in that first week, it's been lost in the mail. And I knew it would end up here eventually, but I did not think it was gonna end up here anytime soon enough. And then just one day I'm like, oh, I get a notification from Route that says, oh, your Farasha palette just got delivered. And I was like, oh my fucking God, like I'm so excited. So I've been really excited to film with this and I had some other things that I had to get taken care of. So this is the look I created with it. And if you guys are interested in seeing how I got it or hearing my final thoughts on the palette, or if you just like to watch, hang out. Okay, I'm just waiting for my P. Louise primer in Rumour 02 to kind of set up. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty stoked. I mean, honestly, I feel like if I could find a new brand that I actually like could connect with, that would be really exciting for me. So I'm going to, if you're wondering, I'm wearing I bought me and my daughter matching Slipknot Christmas sweaters this year, and I felt like it was such a waste to only get to wear them for one day because they're so rad. But I really just grabbed it because I was like, oh my God, that fucking shirt matches this palette perfectly. So I just threw it on because I was a little cold. I'm gonna use this Singe Beauty, oh gosh, it feels like you can't really see anything. It's the one that's squishy. Like it's a blending brush, but it's like the ferrule, is that what it's called? Yeah, the ferrule is crushed. So it's like thin on one side, and I'm gonna go into this pink. This is the tiniest little palette. I swear to God. I mean, it doesn't look small, but it's fucking tiny, dude. And I don't know how they do this, but all the pictures that it shows, it actually looks like it's like the same size as the Kaleidos Flower Punk palette. It's not. It's so little. It's like these fucking shadows are like, look. It doesn't even go to my second knuckle. It's like so small. Anyways, okay, I'm gonna use this pink. I have an idea. I feel like this palette could be very versatile, but we'll just have to see. I've had my eye on Shall We Makeup for a really long time, and I have actually liked all of the launches, basically, not maybe all of them, but what was it, like the Mist Witch? That was the one that I was like, that's when I kind of got my eye on them, and I loved it, and I couldn't get it, so I would love to find a new brand to get a fucking boner for. Because I love all their themes, you know what I mean? You guys know I'm all into that mystical shit. If it's about reality, I don't want anything to do with reality. Like, reality is no fun to me at all. I want there to be like witches and cauldrons and vampires and fucking fairies and unicorns and mermaids and shit. Dragons. You know, I don't want nothing about fucking real life. I don't give a fuck about real life. I never have. Even when I was a kid, it was like books, the never-ending story, the fucking everything. Like I loved stories about like dolls that came to life. And I mean, there have been some real, I also loved Wuthering Heights as a child, like 11. I read Wuthering Heights twice when I was 11 because it's fucking hard. It's a hard read, but I've mostly always been into like fantasy, not really sci-fi. I feel like sci-fi is actually, I don't feel like sci-fi is actually fiction. I feel like it's scary truth. I feel like it's actually history in the future. Nobody wants to read that. Well, people do like to read it, but... So my point being is that I really feel like I relate, or I'm like drawn to brands that are like mystical in nature, you know? I want to get this pretty high because I want to do something. Obviously you can't fuck up pink. If the only color you're wearing is pink, there's no trick. You don't need to do anything spash to it. It's just going to be pink. So now I'm going to go into this like gray color. It's like slate gray again with the Blend Bunny brush. I love pink and gray together. I don't really, I feel like I so rarely get an opportunity to use it in my makeup looks, but my grandma loved pink and gray, so it just reminds me of my grandma. I feel like this might have been the wrong brush to use, but oh well. I could be freezing my ass off all day and I sit down to do my makeup and I just start burning up. I'm burning up for your love. God, I just want this to blow my mind. I love having my mind blown, but only in a good way. More often my mind is blown and I'm like, that's not even true. I get my mind blown by palettes a lot. You guys see it. That looks pretty. However, my mind is not blown yet. We'll just have to see how it all comes together. I would just love to have a new brand to be obsessed about. You guys know I'm so particular about brands, and when I make a connection with a brand, I just, it's meaningful to me, you know what I mean? Because I don't love every brand, you know what I mean? I feel like it's hard for me to love a brand. It has to meet me at the head, the heart, and the crotch. My friend gave me that reference about boyfriends, but... Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into this mint green, and I'm gonna fucking see what she's got. These things are so tiny, they're almost hard to get the brush into. The brushes are almost too big for the little tiny pans. I'm hoping that this mint green, you should never try to put a pink and green together. This probably won't work, you know what I mean? I shouldn't do this like right off the bat, but I couldn't help myself. I love putting colors together that don't quite follow the rules. But you want to know what I know? There are fucking formulas that do break the rules. And so those are the formulas that I love. You know what formula is really good at you can really break the rules with is Blend Bunny. I'm not really seeing it with this, but I'm just going to keep going. I got to trust the process. It's going to be okay. I'm just not seeing it like really. I'm not seeing the beginnings of something that's fucking killing me here. And if it doesn't work, it's my fault. Never put a green over a pink. It just neutralizes it. Green neutralizes pink. You should never do it. But sometimes I just like to try it. If there's enough blue in a green, I like to try to make it do things that it's not supposed to do. I just want to see if I can get away with it. So if this doesn't work, it's my own fucking fault. You never put a green with a pink. I just like to do whatever I want. And frankly, you can have shimmers till the cows come home that are really good, but it's always the mattes that are gonna steal my heart. Always. Okay, I'm gonna go back into the pink and I'm gonna give it a little sandwich action. might be going. I'm not sure why I had to just go straight into this. This was not my plan. That's why I don't like plans. Plans mean nothing, but planning is essential, right? That's the phrase, right? Winston Churchill. It's all right. I can see it starting to die. I'm going to use a different brush for that. I'm going to use this Singe Beauty brush and go into that gray because it just has, it's not quite so stiff. I just really went in for the kill shot on this one, dude. If I really want to love a brand, this will work. Because I know that almost every brand that I work with and love, this would work. Work with meaning every brand that I regularly put a brush into. I just love brands that you can break the rules with. Because I like to be able to do whatever the fuck I want. In all facets of my life. Looking pretty good, actually. All right. It's looking pretty good for a palette I can barely fit my brushes into. I can't believe how miniature this is. Damn, that looks pretty tits. Titties! And I'm going to go into that mint green again. And I'm just ever so slightly lifting the color to my brow. My hair is like out of control. You guys remember way back in the day when my hair was so short that I could do my makeup all the way back here? Don't worry, it will be again, just not yet. I'm just tapping this in. What color should I do in the middle? I think I'm just gonna go with that mint green, just cause, I don't know, it's just what I've been doing lately. Not a lot of kick up. Wait, you know what? I'm going to use my favorite brush for this. Oh, my favorite brush for this won't even barely fit. Ooh, okay, that's coming together. I'm doing it! Ooh, that looks cute. Okay. I can love it. Oh man, this is exciting. Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh, I gotta wait a minute. Cause this is actually working. This looks really good, I think. That side looks perfect. This side looks good too. I'm crazy. The trick is always back that hand off. If things are starting to look shitty, loosen your grip, back your hand off. Kick your pinky finger out. That's what I always say. Take a breath and kick your pinky finger out because I promise you, any struggles you're having can be fixed with a lighter hand, not a heavier one. All right, I'm going in with the pink, which you guys know I love a pink. Red, any kind of sick looking color under my eyes. I just love looking a little sick. This is where my looks always come together, is when I do the lower lash line and then I kind of go up and like perfect the blend up top. And that is perfection. I mean, I'm fucking blind and shit, but that looks pretty fucking perfect to me. Damn. Ooh, I'm getting excited. My butt cheeks just clenched. I'm going to go in with that mint green. I'm going to do this other side because I forgot. There's a fucking cat here. God, they're everywhere. My shit-tins. My shit-tins are taking over all my brushes. They basically wait till I'm not looking and then they go and they walk across my desk and run their bellies along my brushes. Their little bellies. I like it. I like this a lot better on the top than I do on the bottom, but I really like to blow out my lower lash line. For those of you who are new here who don't know, I like to blow my lower lash line out super far. As you can see, it looks a little weird right here on both sides, so I need to get more pink in there. So I'm just gonna finish this part, and then I'm gonna go give it a little sandwich action. But honestly, I'm pretty fucking pleased with this. You can see where it's like kind of not necessarily muddying up, but if I, you know, these are the kinds of colors, you can't just mix these colors together. So it's like if you continue to blend them, they will turn brown because pink does neutralize green. I kind of went a little far on the cheek here. So I'm just like blending it out. God, that looks cute. Shit. I really like this. I think it looks pretty fucking good for taking a pink and fucking mixing it in with the green on my first try. Not really knowing the formula or anything. That looks great. I'm just gonna kind of go back in with the gray. This deepening shade is nice and deep. I feel like I lost it a little bit here, but let's just see what happens when I go in for the second coat, because that is only one coat. My look does not lack dimension at all, which is cool, because I feel like with the Flower Punk palette, that's what is missing for me, is like, I would put the dimension in and then it would just like go the fuck away. I can dig this. I fucking think it looks really good. I don't like this line right here. Let's just get rid of that. That looks great. I couldn't ask for better. Ooh, maybe I am excited. Because really, everything about this brand is like my jam. Except the fact that it takes like a really long time to get it. Like a really long time. They ship it pretty quickly, but like, it doesn't matter. Damn, that looks cool. Okay, I'm gonna put on NYX Glitter Primer. Don't be scared, it's gonna be all right. It has come to my awareness that NYX Glitter Primer might not be the greatest primer for a person of my age, an elderly woman like me. I have not one bad single thing to say about that blend. I'm gonna use my NYX Glitter Primer on my Rephr 21. I'm just going pretty easy with this NYX Glitter Primer, which I don't normally do, but you don't need that fucking much. I don't know why I go so fucking crazy with it. Really, I'm gonna use my Zoeva 234, and I'm gonna go into what? I think I'm gonna use, okay. I'm gonna use this color in the back. Ooh, this is gonna look fucking killer. I just know it. And then I'm gonna use this in the front. And both of these are like pink to green shifts. I'm gonna pull you guys in closer. My mirror's too fucking far away. Ooh, okay. So my mirror was just too far away, sorry. Okay, now I'm going back into that other color on the back side, and I'm just gonna kind of, ooh. Can you guys see those shifts? I'm just getting in the crease. Ooh, that looks really fucking pretty. Shoot. I feel like I am getting a little bit of creasing. Let's see something here. Whenever I get creasing with shimmer shadows, I just wait until my primer's dry, like good and dry, and I just go back in with another dip, and I just go like this. I feel like that looks great. Okay, now I'm going back into the gray. I'm gonna get that back end. Sorry if you guys are so close. Just gonna get this sweet blend and get it really a gradual. Damn, that looks really fucking pretty. I'm really happy with that. Okay, and then what am I gonna do for my inner corner highlight? There's a chunky shadow in here. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna use this Blend Bunny brush right here. And I'm gonna go into this color and I'm gonna use that as my inner corner highlight. Let's just see what happens here. Magic. And I haven't even sprayed my brush. Magic happens here. Fairy magic. I'm gonna use this spray that I learned about from Nina Poole. It's supposed to be a dupe for the MAC Fix Plus Rose Water and Glycerin. Damn, that looks good. Ooh, I just got a lot on my brush. Let's just fucking, let's do more, man. More, we need more cowbell. Oh, that just blended out so sweetly and beautifully. I'm really happy with this. You know what? I just want to fucking, for shits and gigs, I want to grab, damn it, I just dropped my brush on the floor. I'm going to go into that pink that I have along my top line. I'm going to dip the brush again and I'm just going to give it a little spritzy poo. And make this top edge a little more. Dude, I love that. That looks great. And now I just want more. Okay, I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to go in with the fingy. And I'm going to go into that color that I have on the back side. Ooh. Pure bliss. Okay, that's the look. I'm going to go finish this with my face and I'll be back when I'm done. So, this is the manifesto, the pièce de résistance. I used my Salon Perfect eye wigs in Sirenize. And honestly, I don't really care for them quite as much. They don't feel like as good of quality as the other ones, but they look really pretty and they're a little uncomfortable to put on because they're kind of jaggy at the end. So I don't really care for them as much. And I also, this isn't my style of lashes. Like they're not quite dramatic enough as I like, but they do fit inside my glasses. So that's the reason why I got a shorter set. This is what they look like in the package. So they look like they were almost what I like, and they look really pretty. They're not my favorite. They're not my favorite. Like I really like those other ones a lot. I use my ColourPop multi-chrome gel liner in Pixie. I literally did not have a lippy to match this at all. Luckily, I have a Comet case and I basically use the Comet case for everything. I use this as my blush, I use this as my highlighter, and then I use this as my lippy because I actually didn't have any fucking thing to use. So essentially everything that I have on my skin right now is from a Comet case, except my Halo Glow liquid filter. This is the look. It turned out really pretty. Even my daughter walked in and was like, oh my God, that shimmer is super pretty. It's not quite as, what's what I'm looking for? It's not quite as like drastic or like shocking as what I'm used to, but it's really pretty and I really like it. I think I'm gonna go ahead and try to get more Shall We makeup. I already knew it was gonna be good. I've known it was gonna be good for a really long time. It was just, this was the palette that I had to pull the trigger on and it didn't disappoint. Okay, so you can see where it like almost turns brown in the mixing area where you can see, but that's really just because, I mean, it doesn't really, like I kind of tried to get it a little mixed so that it wouldn't look like two stark lines like of pink and then of green. So I blended it a little bit, but dude, it really did what I wanted it to do and it didn't muddy up. You can distinctly see the pink, you can distinctly see the green. The look looks beautiful, it's dimensional. I really love this palette and quite frankly did not expect it to be able to do this because like it wasn't looking like it was going to in the beginning. And I went back in and I took this and I put more on, did it with my finger. I mean, I love to do things with my fingers. Everything's better with a little finger. That's what I always say anyways. I have literally no complaints and actually it's shocking to me how inspired I am by this color story. So I was inspired by the color story in the Flower Punk. If you guys want to see like a comparison, there are things about the Flower Punk that this palette is lacking. This palette doesn't have this fiery green, you know what I mean? Like that's a fucking game changer, is that fucking bright ass limey green. This doesn't have that. But this doesn't have any dimension. You know what I mean? There's similarities, but it's also different. I think that this one's more blue leaning. I feel like it'd be a really good companion palette, honestly. I feel like all the dimension this needs, the dimensional shades for this palette are in this palette. So I loved this palette. It just never had enough dimension. My looks are always pretty ethereal and they actually just don't look like they quite make it. That's all there is. There is no more. I'm excited that I found a new brand to like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell because you can't wait to see what happens next. Hit the like button if you like this look, or if you just like my sparkling personality, my boyish charm, and hang out with me in the comments because I fucking love it. If you got like halfway through this video and you're like, oh my god, she is so pretty till she opens her big fucking mouth, then go check me out on Instagram. I don't talk as much on Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. You could have been anywhere, but you were here wasting your time with me, and I totally appreciate you. Later. Slayer.